All right, welcome to
This
another
meeting
BS
is being
edition. We're
recorded.
doing a Monday edition because Thursday we're going to be, well, Jerry's already in Tennessee, going to be in Nashville, Tennessee for Rockin' Pod, man. We're going to be rocking in a pod. And what's up, Jerry?
Not much, man. How are you?
Good, man.
And tonight we're minus a certain co-host because, well, A, he doesn't like the band that we're covering, and B, I think he just needs to have a night where he can rest.
And he's got to save his liver for freaking
Yeah.
Rockin'
So we'll
Pod.
see. We'll see you this week, Charles. It's cool. Then we got our usual two guests, the great guests. We got Andy Rodriguez and Al Horta again, man. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, hey, Mark. Hey, Jerry.
Hey,
Cheers.
man. Cheers.
Tonight we are doing the top, or not top. I always get top 11 or
Ultimate
record or
11
whatever you
track.
want. Ultimate 11 track. Okay, there
Album.
you go. Of the Foo Fighters. It's a band that I kind of got into at one time, but it kind of like slacked off on them lately. But since we did this show this weekend, I've listened to them more, and they got some good music, man. So this is gonna be a fun episode, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
so Andy, well, let's talk about how you guys got into Foo Fighters, then we'll go to the bullshit at the end of the album. Talk about how you got into and what's up, Andy?
Oh yeah, man. The Foo Fighters, man. When Nirvana disbanded, news came out that the drummer was going to have a band. I was like, oh well, that's not going to last long. The drummer, he's going to make his own band. And I said, well, I'll give him a shot. And now look, Foo Fighters is one of the top bands, top rock bands in the world. I like them more than Nirvana. I guess
I do
because
too.
they have more output and there's more to listen to when it comes to Foo Fighters. Still, Nevermind is better than everything that they did, but after that, the Foo Fighters have about 4 or 5 great albums before another Nirvana pops up. Not counting the Unplugged Live. I'm just talking about studio albums. So I'm a big Foo Fighters fan. I've seen them 3 times. Each time, I've seen them as openers. I've never seen them close a show. So I've seen them early on. I saw them open up for Weezer. I saw them open up for Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I guess that's it, just twice. But they're a great band. Every time a new album comes out, I get it, except for that DGs. I really didn't get that
I
at
didn't
all.
get that shit either.
I said,
I
fuck
hate
that.
the
I'm not gonna
BGs.
get that.
Fuck the
But
BGs.
I like that they stretch out, but sometimes like that one, there was no need to go that route. Sometimes when a band gets so big, they think they can do whatever they want. Management goes along with
That was
everything,
a
and
record store day
they fail.
exclusive. It wasn't like a wide release. It was just
Yeah, I
something
think that was
Yeah,
a
for
but
pretty
fun.
limited
still.
release.
It was just something for fun. Even though I didn't buy it, it was just something they were doing for fun.
Yeah, I know. Well, I didn't like it. It was just putting me on for saying that. But other than that, man, I think they're a solid rock band. It's a shame we lost to Taylor Hawkins to be honest, when we really didn't even have to.
Yep.
But we lost them, and but the band is going to go on. But they're going to miss that Taylor Hawkins being in the back because um, not just because he was a great drummer, but just his heart and soul is going to be missed in that band. But Dave Grohl is a great frontman. He's a wonderful human being and humanitarian. He does what he can for people around him. He does what he can also for a rock and roll. He's a big rock and roll historian. He knows everything and loves everything. So yeah, I'm excited to do this show. When this was announced, I jumped right on it.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to go.
Al.
Pretty much the same as Andy. Like when I was in a Nirvana back in the day. I mean, I don't listen to Nirvana much anymore, but when I remember my friend Mike, he got I heard rumblings that Dave Grohl was going to come out with just like a project or something. I thought it was going to be like a one-off kind of thing. And my friend got the first Foo Fighters album, and fucking dude, man, he played it, and I was like, damn, this is really good. I really loved it. We listened to that, man. Like I remember borrowing his CD and like copying it and listening to it for a while, and then I went out and bought my own, and I love that album, man. The first 2 Foo Foo Fighters albums are probably my favorites. That and The Color and the Shape. I love. That's probably my favorite one, Color and the Shape. But and then kind of like in the middle period, I don't know, I kind of like fell off of them a little bit. They were coming out with good hits and stuff, and they're a band that has good singles. They picked like great singles. I always thought, and then like I don't know, the middle period, I thought they were getting a little too commercial for me, so I kind of fell off of them a little bit. But these last couple albums, man, are like really been good again. I like Medicine at Midnight. I like Concrete and Gold, and Wasting Light was a great one. I was like, that's what kind of got me back on board. Was like that one. So I kind of been going through the catalog again, and like, I mean, they have a lot of songs, man. I mean, a lot of great songs. So I've seen them probably like 3 times. I never saw them early on like Andy did. I've seen them as headliners. I mean, they played like, arenas and stadiums here, and I've seen them. So I think like 3 times I've seen them. So yeah, that's how I got into them. Like I got into them on the first album.
Yeah. Unlike you guys, I got into them on Color and the Shape album. I didn't like that first album. I thought it was weak, and I kind of still think it's pretty weak. It's a good effort. It's not an album I go back to. I do own it, but it's not something I got into the second album on. And when they got a full band and Taylor Hawkins was there, and they just sounded more full. The first album is like a Joe Satriani kind of album to me, where everything is played by one guy, or Wolfgang Van Halen. I like the Wolfgang Van Halen. I think that was done really well, but that a little better than the first Foo Fighters album. But yeah, I love this band, and my favorite albums are mostly their later albums, but we'll get into that when we talk about making our album. But let's get into some bullshit, shall we?
Sure.
Yeah. All right, man. We got
I got into them from the video Big Me. That video was awesome.
Oh, I didn't talk to you?
No, but that's all right. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you started talking about how you were in the Foo Fighters. Jerry?
That's how I got into them. I saw that video, man. It was this fucking hilarious video, man. These guys are cool, man.
Jerry, you started talking about how you got into the Foo Fighters before that's why I went to the Circle, because you started.
No, I'm just saying, that's all I need to say. I'm not a huge deep diver into Foo Fighters. I like their hits, and they have a lot of hits. So, a lot of good stuff. I have a couple of deep tracks, if you want to call them, on my list, but I pretty much stick with the hits. But yeah, they were a surprise, man. When Nirvana disbanded, like Andy said, the fucking drummer, But he was
like the biggest fucking band in the world, man.
Oh shit! I mean, he was the drummer on the album. He was the drummer before Taylor.
Oh, William Goldsmith.
Yeah.
Okay. He was on the first 2 albums.
No, well,
he's on Color and Shape.
They played everything on the first album. Then on the Color and Shape, William Goldsmith played on it, but then I think something happened where
Taylor was in the video.
Dave didn't like something happened where Dave kind of redid his drum tracks. There's a few drum tracks that survived by William Goldsmith. So really he only plays on a handful of songs on the second album, The Color and the Shape, and then that was it. Then they got rid of him, and Taylor came in on that tour, The Color and the Shape tour.
He was in the video for Everlong.
Yeah. And then by the third album, then Taylor was in fully. So the first couple albums, it was like a couple of personnel shifting and stuff like that. They got a guitarist, Fran Stahl, I think, which was an old friend of Dave's. But he didn't make it onto an album, though. He only did I think a tour, and that was it.
I thought the Nirvana guy was one of the original.
Well, Pat Smear, yeah, he came on into Color and the Shape, and then he left after that.
Yeah,
he ended up leaving for like a couple albums, and he came back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they always seem to be like a fun band. Look like they have fun playing music, man. I mean, so what can you say, man? Cool band.
Well, the only reason why I asked people about how they got into them, because you told us how you got into them, and you thought I skipped you.
How did I tell them? What did I say?
You said I like Nirvana, and you were telling us about how you got into them in the first part of the show.
I just want to say that There Is Nothing Left to Lose. Their third album is my favorite. The one where Taylor Hawkins comes out. I love that album.
That's a great album too. But then let's get to some bullshit, man. Let's get Bud Grant died, and so did Robert Blake Beretta. I'll just say something about Bud Grant was a great coach. Robert Blake, I really didn't watch Beretta, but I know he was a piece of shit. Al, what do you think of that?
I made a joke about it on Facebook. Like, well, he's reunited with his wife now.
Saw
wait,
that.
Oh,
wait a
Yeah,
second.
that was pretty good, Al.
Wait a second. That might his wife might not want that. But I'm sure if there's a heaven and hell, I think they're in two different places. So,
Right.
Bud Grant, I just heard about it. I didn't really read into it, but how old was he?
He
95.
had to have
something.
been old. He
He
had to
was
have
95.
something. 95.
95.
Yeah, I mean, he's up there. So I mean, he lived a long life. So I mean, rest in peace. So that's all I really have on that.
Okay, Jerry.
Well, I mean, Robert Blake's getting what he deserves down in hell right now, man. Uncool what he did. Sorry,
Cool.
sorry, I got a text here. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, I never watched Beretta either, so I really don't know much about him. Did you do anything else but Beretta?
That's all I know of.
That's
He was in remember the movie with what was the one with not White Man Can't Jump, but Woody Harrelson, and they robbed
Money
the
Train.
or
Money
Running
Train.
Train.
Money
Train?
Train. Yeah, Jennifer
Yeah,
Lopez's first movie.
Oh, I didn't
yeah.
know that.
So Robert Blake was in that. He was like I think he was like their
Their train.
former-
Yeah, the guy who wanted to keep the trains going.
That's it. Yeah, he was
Okay.
there.
Oh, okay.
He was a real prick.
Yeah, that's why they
So-
robbed him.
A big surprise.
Mhm.
Bud Grant, he was a great coach. Vikings, right?
Yeah,
Early 70s Vikings.
Fran
Four
Tarkenton.
Yeah, 4 Super Bowls, no wins, just like the Bills.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean he's a bad coach because he lost 4 Super Bowls. He made it to 4 Super Bowls. That's pretty good. So, like you said, he lived a good life, good career. Condolences to the family. And life that should be celebrated, not mourned.
Yeah. So Andy.
Yeah, I think it was. I think the Vikings were called Purple Eaters, the big
Purple people eaters.
with that defense in the 70s. But I do believe he was at one of the playoff games that the Vikings were playing up in
Yeah,
the
it
booth.
was.
I think they showed him, so that was cool. And he looked the same. He always looked old to me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my condolences to the family, man. That guy was a big time football man, and he was a great coach. When I read that, my heart kind of sunk, because when I started watching football, it was him on the sidelines for the Vikings. And Robert Blake, I never saw Beretta. The only thing I know is he got away with murder. That's about it. And I think this is the first time on the BS sessions we said that someone went to hell.
Yeah. Well, you can't judge. We don't know him what he did later in his life. So
Yeah,
I
know.
the first member of our Hell of Fame.
Give me a second.
All right. So I'll get to some music news here. I was just reading this before we went online. I follow Mark Striegel. He had a podcast, forgot what his podcast was. But that's where I started listening to him. Now he's on Sirius XM. He just told us about Eddie Trunk talked to Kip Winger. He thinks that Whitesnake sounds like they're done because Red Beach is giving Kip Winger full commitment, no conflicts of tour anymore. So what do you think of that, Al?
Yeah, I just heard Eddie talking to Kip Winger. Yeah, and I heard him. I didn't listen to the whole thing. I was kind of in and out, like listening to it. But yeah, I heard him talking about how Reb is going to be pretty much committed to Winger like this whole touring year or whatever. So yeah, I don't think Whitesnake's him. I don't know what. I think Coverdale might be done, man.
He cut his hair.
What's that?
He cut his hair.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but that new Winger song is actually pretty damn good, man.
Yeah.
I gotta say, dude. You know, so I've never seen Winger before. If they ever come around here, man, I'd like to go check them out. I think they're touring. They're doing a package tour, right?
Yeah.
With
Cinderella? No, not
Tom Kiefer band. Tom
Kiefer.
Kiefer and some other band too. I can't remember who's up.
Firehouse? I don't know.
No. I can't remember who it was.
yeah, I'll go check them out. Tom Kiefer, I've seen solo as well as Cinderella. He always puts on a great show. It's good. So never seen Winger though, man. I'd like to see them. So
Yeah. So Jerry, you have any thoughts on Whitesnake possibly being over?
I mean, what have they done anything in this decade that was worth anything?
Yes. I like their last few albums, dude. They're really good.
But you know, if it is, and man, the guy had a great career, man. Shit. You know, one of the best rock singers in my opinion.
Yeah. Right about that.
And Al mentioned the Winger song. The new Winger song is pretty good, but if you go to their site, you can hear samples of all the other songs. There's a lot of good fucking tunes on this. Is going to be a kick-ass
Dude,
album.
the last album was great. Better Days Coming.
So
that was a good one too, man.
Yeah. Great album too.
So yeah, I mean, you know, thank you for the memories. If you're done, David, man, you had some good stuff.
Right. And this is Charles going, are you guys kidding me? Winger? Winger? Okay. Andy, what do you think of that?
I heard the interview in its entirety while I was walking my dogs. Man, the whole original band is together on this.
Yeah.
And the way that Reb was talking, the way that that Kip was saying was that, yeah, it looks like Whitesnake might be done because they were kind of sharing Reb. And now Kip was saying that he would not have started putting all these dates because they're booked almost for all of 2023. He said he wouldn't put all these tour dates without Reb. So he thinks he's going to be there with him for the unforeseen future. Unfortunately, I never got to see Whitesnake, but I did get to see Winger, probably like when things start to open up a little bit for COVID, and when things start to open up again. And he had opened up for Jack Russell's Great White, which was a great show, man.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I see Jack Russell's Great White, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, and a Winger was right before them, and it was the original band member, so that was cool. You know, I've always liked Winger. I know that they were always the butt of jokes back in the 80s and 90s because of their looks or whatever.
Beavis and Butthead.
Those dudes can play, man. Those dudes can play.
But it was Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah,
that got them the butt of jokes.
But
Stewart wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
But the new song is really good, and Kip was saying that they made like 6 videos for this new album.
Damn.
So this is a big project for them. You know, he said that they made 6 videos, and they're going to release another video coming up, and the whole album comes out May 5th. He said,
I already got it pre-ordered. I already bought the single, which I'm going to play tomorrow on thatmetalstation.com.
Cool.
At
yeah,
6 p.m. Pacific.
It's going to also be released on vinyl, he said.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Good for Winger to still be doing this and to come out with not just releasing an album kind of underground or kind of quiet, to make this a big celebration with 6 videos and a big tour. And it's not just going to be a weekend warrior kind of tour, he said, either. It's going to be, you know, full out busting, because he said that's how Tom Kiefer does it. Nice. So they're excited about what's going on for Winger. Good for them.
Yeah, I agree. I never understood the hate. I go, they're a fun band. They got better as they went on, less poppy, more bluesy. You know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of it went to that 17 video too. You know?
Well, I liked it. I was younger. I was like, man,
yeah, of course, great. Man.
Yeah. Real quick, what did you guys think of the new Billy Squier song?
I'm sorry, though.
Did we talk about Billy Squier already?
No.
Last week?
Are you talking about the new song?
Yeah, the new song.
Dude, I don't dig it.
No, it's terrible.
I've listened to it probably 3-4 times, and nah, I why would he? I don't know, dude. It's just I don't like it, man. And I love Billy Squire. I thought he's put out a lot of great stuff. And no, I don't all this time and then release that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Jerry?
true.
And supposedly like it's just a song. He's not doing like an album or something
Well,
like that.
he says he has songs from his last recording session he might release. So, Jerry, what do you think about it?
Sucks, man. Total disappointment, man. Don't dig it at all. All I got to say, it sucks.
All right, Andy.
Yeah, I think I commented on this that he wrote it for Shania Twain. Shania Twain turned it down because this song is so horrible. It is one of the worst things I've heard in a long time, and I heard about 5 or 6 times, and they played it on the Trunk Nation today as well. And you know, I was driving home and I said, "Man, this song gets worse and worse every time I hear it," and it's pretty surprising because it's not rocking at all.
No.
At all.
Well,
You
it
know,
needed a guitar solo, but I think it should have been 2 minutes shorter, like Wadzilla said. I like it. I think it's pretty cool.
I thought the lyrics were bad.
Well, it's like 3 different songs mushed into one. You hear there's 3 different tempos in that song. It's not together.
Well, it sounds like 3 bad songs.
Yeah. He doesn't segue that good, but I enjoyed the song.
Yeah.
It was just nice hearing Billy again. But then we get to are you guys Saxon fans?
What fans?
Are you guys Saxon fans? Saxon.
What fan?
Saxon.
I can't hear you.
Oh,
Saxon.
Yes.
Saxon.
Yeah. Saxon, yeah, okay.
Jerry?
Not really, no.
All right.
No,
well,
I am. So
well, then I'll you, Andy.
I'm okay with them.
All right. Well, it just says Paul Quinn of Saxon decided to step back, but
Yeah.
will be on the albums and make appearances on the tour.
yeah. I mean, he's probably just tired of touring, and maybe he has some health problems. Maybe he just can't really do it much anymore. But Saxon, man, they've like their last bunch of albums have been solid, man. I mean, if you guys aren't really into them, just like give them a whirl, man. I mean, they're really
Carpe
good. I
Diem
mean,
was great.
Yeah, I just haven't heard him, to be honest with you. So I'd probably need to
You haven't
go
heard
revisit
Crusader?
that. If I hear it, I'll probably hear
Denim
it.
and Leather?
Oh, I know that.
Oh yeah, I've
they've
got
been
several of their albums, and I like them, but not to the point where, you know. But I do know that they got out of the Monsters of Rock cruise, and Stephen Pearcy took their spot.
Yeah.
the last albums have been pretty. I mean, they've been pretty prolific.
Yeah.
You know,
Really good.
and I saw them. I've seen them twice. Some at a club here in New York City, and then I saw them on the Firepower tour when they opened for Judas Priest.
I got to see
yeah.
Uriah Heep on that one.
Yeah, so it was Judas Priest and the Scott Gorham's band that he was in.
Oh, I like that band.
What is it?
Black Star Riders.
Yeah, Black Star Riders.
Black
yeah.
Star Riders. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were good too. They were good too. Was Damon Johnson was in them
Yeah.
at that time, and yeah, they were.
Now
good,
it's
man.
just Ricky. Everybody else is gone.
Yeah.
Now, I would go see Saxon if they came here. I would go see them.
All right. Well, I don't know that much about the band, but I do love the albums. I don't know the ins and outs because I got into them later and I haven't really studied.
Dude, Denim
them
and
as much.
Leather, Wheels.
I
of
have
Steel,
those
Wheels
on-
of Steel.
I have
Great
all those
album.
on vinyl. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're great albums.
Great
And I
albums,
bought
man.
the new Carpe Diem on CD. Fucking great albums. But anybody else
Yeah.
got anything to say about Saxon?
Nah, man.
No. All right, man. And then we get to something we all love. Vinyl sales top CD sales for the first time in 30 years. Music lovers clearly can't get enough. Al.
I mean, it's for me, any physical sales is good, you know. CDs had their run for fucking 30 years, man, you know, over 30 years.
Yeah.
You know, and just everybody's back on the vinyl kick, man. And I knew eventually it was kind of gonna surpass it, you know. now can it keep up with it? I mean, because I've been hearing a lot of people buying CDs again too. So like CDs
I do it for the radio show, and vinyl went up like
I love
15
both.
bucks.
I love both formats, man. I'm not like one particular over the other. I like more, I like CDs because of their convenience. I could take them to the car with me or whatever. I mean, I could stream in the car too, but I'd rather listen to a CD. It sounds better. I mean,
I put all my
great,
CDs on my iPhone because there's no CD players in cars anymore.
Yeah.
Vinyl is great if you're kicking back at home on a nice, have a drink, if you have a nice stereo system and put a nice pristine vinyl on, and it's just, we grew up with that, so that's our thing. You know what I mean? So, hey, dude, for me, both physical form, as long as like physical is selling, I'm happy, man. So.
So Jerry, what do you think about that?
I think it's cool. Like Al said, any kind of physical media is cool. And even before Google, it was cool to actually read. You get to learn a lot about the band, who the people are in the band, just by reading the inserts in the cassette or
liner notes.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you nailed it. It's a matter of convenience with CDs. I mean, CDs you can take to your car. And you can put like 30 songs on a CD too, so that's kind of cool. You can't do that with an album, but I love my albums, and I'm glad they're making a comeback. So I mean, some of the prices are a little ridiculous. I know the CD prices are going back up again now too, a little bit.
They are,
but
they are.
Yeah, but good, man. If I can afford it, I'll buy it. So cool.
I'd rather pay $11.99 and $45 for a vinyl right now, though.
Exactly, like that. I've been more like buying CDs again because they've been inexpensive, and I dude, $40 for a vinyl is ridiculous, man. But one thing I wish they would do was like I mean, I don't understand why when you buy a vinyl album, I mean, you're paying $40, and I've got some vinyl albums like this where they'll actually include the CD with the vinyl.
Yeah.
Like I have an Alice in Chains, Black Gives Way to Blue. They include the CD in there. There's a couple other releases I have. Dude, CDs are very cheap to make.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't understand why they can't, include that as a bonus for the vinyl with the prices you're paying for a vinyl. I know record companies probably want you to fucking buy both and shit if you want it, but that's just the way it is. But it'd be a nice bonus if every band did that. Put a little insert in there with the CD into the vinyl, man. I mean,
I got that with
pennies to make a CD.
The second to last Kansas album, they put a CD in there.
Yeah, it's great, man. I think
a lot of
them
you
feel like you're getting more bang for the buck, man.
A lot of them come with the code you can buy to download.
Not anymore. They're kind of taking those codes away.
Doing that?
Yeah,
they've been taking that away too. Yeah.
Wow.
And Amazon's not giving you digital codes for vinyl anymore. Hardly.
Yeah. So sorry, I didn't mean to jump back in, but
I kind of like overlap you, so that's cool, dude.
So nothing else, Jerry?
No, that's about it.
Andy.
Man, I am all for people buying whatever kind of physical copies of music they can find. Right now, I'm in the mode of if I find out vinyl or a CD, whichever cheaper, I'll grab it. Then my CD player broke, so I had to go find another one. I found a Sony 6 CD changer for $25 bucks. It sounds freaking fantastic, man. In fact, I was listening to REO Speedwagon high fidelity last night on there, and it sounded great, man. But then also I went out and bought about 11 vinyl over the weekend, and then a bunch of CDs too. So whatever I can get my hands on, I love it. But Discogs has kind of ruined my life with pushing up prices of shit, man. It's like, damn, this sucks. I used to find a Pat Benatar for $2, and now they're like $8.
Yeah.
And everything's just gone up. It's and like y'all were saying, a new vinyl is now between. Well, I can find them for about 25 or 26, but it's up from there.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't understand. You're paying extra for two vinyls, even though it's a single disc. You know what I mean? It's not a double album, but they put it on two vinyls. Yeah. I don't understand that.
I don't
You
even.
know,
I got
it's like
I
they're
got
just
Book of
Well,
Souls.
once you get over,
Book
once
of-
you get over 40 minutes, and you got to kind of split the vinyl then,
Book of
because if the
Souls
one,
was like 3 vinyls and it's only $30. So that was years ago though. But like yeah, I love vinyl, I love CDs. I do a show on thatmetalstation.com, so I kind of need the digital, and they're not giving me codes anymore. And Amazon isn't even telling you. They used to say code if you buy this one, blah blah. They're not even putting that on their instant download anymore. So it's kind of hard to figure out which vinyl to buy. Because if it gave me the instant download, I buy the vinyl. Like I got the new Metallica coming on vinyl because I read their website. It comes with the digital code. Metallica still gives you the digital codes in all their albums. So Metallica rules. I got the first 6, and it all had digital codes. All of them. Metallica is pretty good on that. So I love vinyl coming back. The prices need to go down. They need to get more plants to make vinyl, and I heard Warner Brothers is making 2, and there's a couple other ones that are starting up now. So
awesome.
it should get
You know,
cheaper again.
The last
Metallica's like their own.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the last Metallica album. When you bought their ticket, you could they will either send you a download or a physical copy of the CD. So that was cool because I bought a ticket, and then in the mail they sent me the hard copy on CD, which was really cool, man.
Oh, dude,
I liked it a lot.
my friend
That was
picked.
awesome.
He bought the tickets and he gave me the digital code. So I got Death Magnetic Anaheim. It's pretty cool. But
oh yeah, that's awesome.
Let's get to another story. And let's see, is this a story? Let's see here. Blah 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 blah. What? Oh, Jerry, you want to talk about the Oscars? So while you talk about that shit, I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be right
I only
back.
wanted to mention one thing.
Well, go ahead, keep it going so I can take a piss.
But I'm glad that Brendan Fraser won Best Actor. I never watched the movie. I don't know what it's about, but I've always liked the guy. So kudos to him, man, for winning that. But other than that, I've never even seen that movie that won like everything. Did you guys see it? I don't even know what it's called. Everything, anything, something or another. But
no, I haven't gone to movies in a long time.
And the dude that played Short Round won an Academy Award from Temple of Doom. Remember that little Chinese kid?
Short Round.
Yeah, he won a Best Supporting Actor award last night. Really? That was kind of cool too. So that was kind of cool.
Oh, guys, have y'all heard about this new movie coming out? I think it's coming out on the first weekend of April. It's called Air. With Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah, I did see the preview.
Where they talk about how they came up with the Air Jordan.
Nike.
How they come up with their Air Jordan shoe, and I didn't know that they had already come up with this idea before he even went to the pros.
Right.
They had signed him into Nike when he was still in college, so they were taking a gamble on this. Turned out that Michael Jordan's like the greatest player of all time, but the movie talks about them going through the motions of trying to get Michael Jordan signed by Nike and trying to develop the shoe.
It worked.
Yeah. Oh man, did it ever. But man, to go back about Brendan Fraser, it's so great to see that he won, because he was kind of blackballed from Hollywood because he was complaining about sexual harassment from another man. And instead of that man getting in trouble, they blackballed Brendan Fraser, and they didn't, and where nobody hired him. And that's messed up, because he was being sexually harassed and he spoke up about it, and they didn't hire him for shit. So it's good to see that he stuck to his guns and he won an Oscar. Good for him. Always, and I always wonder what happened to his career, because he was so good there in the mid to late 90s. He played different roles. He was a good character. He was a good actor in School Ties and Airheads, even though Airheads was a little comedy, but
Airheads
still he did his job well.
I love that movie. It's
great.
You're the biggest thing. You're the biggest thing since Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Dude, that guy sucks.
Lone Rangers. Why did you make Rangers plural?
I have no idea what you're talking.
You never saw Airheads?
No, he said that afterwards. Like he didn't understand what they were saying about the plural.
I know what you mean.
The Lone Rangers.
Oh, man. So, but Brandon Fraser's awesome, man. I've been watching him in a show on HBO Max called Doom Patrol, where he plays like a robot guy, but he's just doing the voice. And I thought I was actually him because they made the robot pretty like look like him and as tall as him. So I was like pretty cool.
His likeness.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he said it was a great gig. All he had to do was sit in his studio and record his voice all day. Somebody else is doing the movements. But everybody talked about the Oscars.
Also
just Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I also mentioned that the little kid that played Short Round, won an Academy Award last night.
Yeah.
Temple of Doom. That was kind of cool too.
Al, did you talk about it?
No, I didn't really watch it, so I don't really have anything to comment.
I didn't watch it either. I just watched the highlights, and I only got one thing to say. You know what? That movie, Everything All at Once, is a really good movie.
Is it? Okay.
I seen it. Really good. If you like sci-fi and fucking interdimensional shit, that movie's a fucking mind fuck.
I gotta check it out, man.
Yeah, it's fucking really fucking good, and I'm fucking happy that a movie that I enjoyed won Best Picture, and they won all that shit. Because usually it's like fucking Bollywood or some fucking. I thought that movie On the Russ's Front was gonna take all the thing because it was fucking subtitled. I was expecting that. I didn't watch it, but I was happy that movie won. But the only thing I'm sad about is that, let all those actors win from that movie, but Best Picture should have went to Top Gun Maverick. For one thing, Steven Spielberg even said, without that movie, Hollywood is dead. Nobody was going to the theater until that movie brought them back. So Top Gun should have just won for that.
It won like Best Sound or something.
It won technical award,
but the thing is that you don't win Best Picture because of sales.
The movie was awesome, though.
Yeah, but
you haven't seen it. You can't talk about this. You don't know who Tom Cruise is.
I know who Tom Cruise is.
What movie have you watched? What movie have you watched?
I told you already. I watched Risky Business.
That's it. You never saw Red Dawn or whatever? No,
Red Dawn.
It wasn't Red Dawn.
Not Red Dawn. I mean Taps.
Oh, you know what? I did see Taps with Timothy Hutton.
Yeah. And you never saw freaking
I saw The Outsiders.
Jerry Maguire, The Outsiders.
I saw Jerry Maguire.
Okay, but you never saw Top Gun. Did you ever see
I didn't see Top Gun.
You ever see Days of Thunder?
No, I don't like
Randy Quaid.
I don't like car racing.
I don't either, but it's a good movie.
But I did see Stroker Ace.
Okay, but the thing is, if you don't like car racing, it's not the race that does it. It's the drama between the people in the movie. Him and Nicole Kidman, Randy Quaid, his owner is an asshole. It's a really good fucking movie.
Stroker Ace.
Did you ever watch Six Pack with Kenny Rogers?
Yes, I did. I loved it.
Okay, another car racing movie you like.
That was with Diane Lane.
Watch Days of Thunder. All right, so
I'll stick to Six Pack.
Okay, so I remember watching that in the movie theater. But let's see. One more thing, maybe two more things, because we got a little time. So Steve Harris this is another Jerry story. I didn't really want to talk about it because Edwin kind of agreed with me on this story. Steve Harris talking about Iron Maiden ending, Jerry.
I mean, I hope they bow out gracefully, but it looks like they still have it. They don't sound horrible. So I don't know. I mean, don't you think they still sound great live?
Yes.
I think they do.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, Steve doesn't think they sound that good anymore. I don't know. And they are getting old, man. They're all their late 60s, early 70s now.
Yeah.
I think Nico is the oldest one, right? He's like mid 70s, I think, ain't he? I don't know, something like that. But whatever they decide to do, it's cool. Another great career, another great fucking band. They won't do a Kiss, I don't think. I think when they do the end of the road, they'll actually fucking do it, I think, So I don't know, that's a wait and see thing to me,
What about you, Al?
I mean, eventually they're gonna end eventually, and Steve Harris is the leader of that band, he's the one that steers the ship. I mean, I guess Bruce Dickinson has a lot of input in there too, but Steve is the man. I thought they still sound great, man, live. I think what they need to do is just go into a studio. If they're gonna do another album, lay off the fucking epics, man. Like the fucking, 12, 13, 14, 15-minute songs, try to go back to a more concise, album. You don't need to make it like super long double albums and shit, I don't know, man. Just go in and bang out an album, man. Do like the old days. You know what I mean? I had this idea too. It would be awesome. I mean, for a last album, if they actually got Paul Diano to sing on it, like maybe 2, 3. No,
I think Bruce would be cool with that.
Go ahead, Jerry.
I think they'd all be cool with that. I think they let Paul sing on a song or two. Yeah. It looks like
awesome, man.
It looks like they all get along. Even Bruce and Paul looks like they get along. So
yeah, it'd be cool, man. I mean, if you got them, if they did another album, man, get Paul on there a couple songs. I mean, if they really want to get crazy, they can do a double album, have Bruce on one, Paul on the other, but it won't be that much. But if they got like 2 or 3 songs with Paul on there, dude, that'd be awesome, man. Just kind of full circle it, and that's it. And come out with a kick-ass album, man. Don't go, you don't got to go too crazy with the epics and shit.
Well, speaking of,
there's epic Iron Maiden songs that are great, like in the early days. It just seems like now, like they just kind of meander on and kind of on. I mean, it gets a little too much, so. But yeah, I mean, it's Steve's call. I think live they still bring it, man. I mean, I still think they got a high energy show, like a good 5 years left of good, touring and one more album maybe, and if they go out like that, man, 50 years, and that's a good career, man.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but
don't go on too long like Kiss did.
Right.
To bring up the thing he said about making shorter songs, they asked him in that interview, and they said, "What about making shorter songs like Run to the Hills again, making something like that?" And he says, "Well, the reason Sujitsu was so long that we don't feel we have enough time. We had to get all these ideas out right now and just get all these songs out." He says, I guess he has like where he gets tired of something and just keeps going, or whatever he does. Yeah. He goes, "But I don't know if we have that in us anymore, because we want to just get out what we want to get out now." So maybe that's the musician in him talking, said, "We did those, let's do something else like we want to get out," like fucking Lou Reed with Lulu, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I love Senjutsu. Andy, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I know that I do believe that they will get it and stop when it's time for them to stop. I think they'll go out with dignity, just like Rush did. Just stop when they say they're going to stop. I don't think they'll say, "Oh, we're going to come back again." I think when it's done, it's done. Now, to make another album, I don't know if that's going to happen. I know that Steve Harris was talking about touring more and more until they don't want to do it anymore, because he was saying right now that they're very happy with what they're doing and the work that they're doing on stage. When these bands put on an album, it takes money to do that. I don't think they recomp what they do to put an album together. Even though their last one did sell very well, I don't think that they make their money back on there, because of course their money's on touring, so
merchandise.
Yeah. And if we do see another album, that'd be awesome, what Al said, to have Paul on there for a couple of tracks. And fans would love it, for them to go out like that, to go out full circle with Paul and Bruce, and the band's all intact, except for of course the drummer. But Nico's been there since what?
Peace of Mind.
Peace of
Peace
mind.
of mind. Yeah, dude, that's like 83. I mean, it'd be great if that happens now. If it will, I don't know, but it'd be great.
Well, he was with the band longer because he was on Number of the Beast. He was in the video or
Right.
something. One of those videos, yeah. He was like
Yeah,
a drug
but,
tech or something. So,
But yeah, they're a great man, and I think that they'll end with integrity.
I
yeah,
agree.
I hope they do end with integrity. I just saw them last year. They were really amazing out here in Anaheim, and Bruce is fucking spry as ever, fucking running around with that flag, fucking flamethrowers. What fucking lead singer do you see fucking have two fucking flamethrowers on his arm? God, it's like an amazing show, man. I hope
You
they
know,
go
it
out on
also
top.
he takes care of himself. You know, he's
Yeah.
in great shape. The whole band's in great shape.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that one Yannick Gears needs to retire. But let's get to,
you always bring him up.
because he's silly. It's like I'm trying to watch the band and he's sitting there. What the fuck is he doing? He like distracts from the rest of the band. It's like, dude, I want to see the band, not your fucking antics. Play something. My God. But let's end with this. I'll talk about this first because I just want to. This is like a mini rant in here. Rachel Bolan doesn't believe Skid Row reunion with Sebastian Bach would generate a lot or more money. This is what I think about it. Why the fucking shit do these fucking interviewers keep talking about the past? They have a fucking new album out. They've said it many times that freaking Sebastian isn't coming back. Get over it, media. Start pimping the new band, the new album, and the new album that I already hear that's in the works. This band is a current band. They don't live in the past like Iron Maiden. Stop bugging them with these questions like you guys do with Sammy Hagar about David Lee Roth and Van Halen. Just stop, move on. Talk about the Circle. Talk about fucking Skid Row now, not in the past. What do you think about that, Al?
Yeah, so Sebastian's never gonna come back. They're not gonna take him back. The way, and I love Sebastian, man, but like, I don't know if I could deal with the guy. I can tour with the guy. You know, oh god, man, he just like non-stop, dude. There's probably a reason why they don't want him back in there, man. He's probably, I'm not gonna say it anyway. Who knows if Sebastian might watch this shit, you know?
Hi.
Love you, Sebastian.
I love you, Sebastian. I do like his solo stuff. So
I love you, Gilmore Girls, Sebastian.
But I saw Sebastian last year, I think, or a year and a half ago, and he did the Sleep to the Grind thing, which was cool, you know. And but this new album, Skid Row, the new guy sounds great, man. I forgot his name, but Eric, right?
Eric Grunwald.
Yeah. He sounds great, dude. And I think it's a pretty damn good album, probably best since like the Sebastian days.
I did like those two EPs.
I saw Skid. Yeah. I saw Skid Row with the guy that passed away, that was the singer, and you know, he was pretty good. You know, he was good. And then I saw him with the last guy before this guy. So I have yet to see Skid Row live with this guy, but you know, if they come around, I'll definitely check them out. But yeah, Sebastian, they don't want it back, man. But I do think if they got him back though, it would generate more money. I think more people would be interested and go see that.
That was the question, because Rachel says it wouldn't generate more money.
Yeah, I think he's wrong on that. I think it would generate a lot of interest, you know, him being back. Would they play arenas? No, they're not. I don't think they ever were an arena headliner, were they?
No, I saw them open.
Were they ever an arena headliner?
Yeah, they were. Oh yeah, remember Pantera opened for them, right? And then everybody says Pantera kicked Skid Row.
So yeah, I guess Sleep to the Grind.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because their music don't match.
Oh
yeah.
Good fuck. Yeah, that was kind of like it's totally different, you know. I guess Skid Row had their one moment where they, you know, were playing big places, but it didn't last long, you know. I mean, then the music scene changed and shit, you know. So, but if they got back with Sebastian, it would generate more interest. So I think he's wrong on that one. So that's just my take on it.
But shouldn't the media stop talking about the past and just
man? I mean, Rachel Bolan said in enough interviews that, you know, I mean, they should know already that he's not interested in talking about him. So
Yeah.
But they're just doing that, because they want to fucking stir shit up.
Yeah.
Kind of like you, Mark.
Hey, but I'm honest about it. I don't go out of my way.
I know.
So Jerry, what do you think about it?
I mean, the media does that with just more than just Skid Row. I mean, every time Pink Floyd does something, they always ask Roger Waters if he's going to be part of it or something. When they interview Tommy Shaw and James Young and Styx, I always say, "Oh, is Dennis Young going to ever come back?" It's something they're always going to bug these guys with, man. It's uncalled for, I think. People move on in life, man. I love the new singer for Skid Row. I think he's a great guy. I like the guy. What was his name? The guy died. What was his name? Salinger.
Johnny Salinger.
Yeah.
He was a good singer.
Salinger, yeah.
I mean, to say that it wouldn't cause any excitement if Sebastian got back is not true. I mean, especially the old school original Skid Row fans would love that, man. So he's wrong on that, I think. But it'll never happen. I mean, no, I'd be like Roger Waters coming back with Pink Floyd. It ain't gonna happen ever. So,
Andy, what do you think about it?
I think he's dead wrong about this. If they brought back Sebastian Bach, it would sell more tickets, sell more albums. This guy's a great frontman. He's a good singer. This is a really good album by Skid Row, but it didn't generate the money that a Sebastian Bach led Skid Row would. I mean, that's just a fact. And
he's an original, man. The original is always
he's the reason why people gravitate towards him. He's a star in his own right, and you put him back in Skid Row, dude. I mean, I think that they could play arenas if they bring in Sebastian Bach back, because right now the Skid Row right now is playing little clubs. And
rib joints.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Guns.
But they can play bigger places with Sebastian Bach. They can sell more albums with Sebastian Bach. But is he going to come back? No.
Yeah, I mean, he was a nightmare.
He wants to come back. He wants to come back.
Oh, yeah, he does. But then the band, Skid Row, knows that that'll be better for them. But also, the guys in Skid Row, they're kind of financially okay because they did more outside of the band as well. They've produced different albums for different bands. They've done songwriting. So they really don't need the Sebastian Bach money. Right now, they love what they're doing. They love the way the band is. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. It's just like they went through so many singers just to get to this point, though. Even Tony Harnell came in, and then ZP and Johnny Salinger. It's like, damn. I hope they decide on this guy because I really enjoy him. I did like Salinger's last two EPs. I thought they were pretty damn good. Domination something.
What did he die of anyway? Does anybody know?
I think it was some complication with something. Like his heart. He had like a degenerative something. But let's get into what we're doing tonight, Jerry. What are we doing again?
We're doing the our own 11-song Foo Fighter album, man. Our own personal greatest hits album from the Foo Fighters, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so we're doing side 1 and side 2, everybody?
Sure.
Okay, my side 1 is 5, my side 2 is 6. So let me know.
I'm
how
kind
you
of
guys
reversed.
doing yours.
I'm reversed. I'm side 1 6.
Okay. So remind me if I go off. So letting you know. All right, let's start with Al. What's your track 1, side 1?
All right, man. So side 1, track 1. I'm going right from the beginning, man. The first album, This Is a Call, the first album on the debut. I think it's a great opening track. I've always loved this song. I remember when I'm going back to when my friend Mike first got the CD and he put it in, that first song came on. You heard like the guitar plug getting plugged in the guitar, like the little buzzing sound. And all of a sudden, and Dave starts singing, and all of a sudden it just goes in, crunches in, man. I'm like, wow, dude, it's a really good song. So I'm gonna go right from the beginning. The first song, first album. This Is a Call from the debut.
Jerry, what's your track 1?
Break Out Your Futos, man. From their debut album, Big Me, man. Remember, I love the video, I love the song. That's where it all started from for them. So I love the video. The
Mentos,
Futos,
right?
yeah. Fucking, like I said, man, these guys are fucking funny. I'm gonna really enjoy these guys. So that's got to be. That's where it all started for me. So that's got to be the first track on my album.
So Andy, what's your first track?
Yeah, I'm going 6 songs and 5 on the other side.
Okay.
Like Al, and just like Al, I'm going to start off with The Call. I think that's an awesome song. Starts off the first album the way that it should. A very good, high tempo, short song, and that's a great way to start the album. So I'm going with The Call.
Yeah, I went to a later album. I don't even think I have a song in the first album on here. Mine are kind of just like rock. Just wanted to fucking rock out. So I put DOA from In Your Honor.
Great one.
Fucking, I thought that would be a nice rocker to start off a killer fucking rocking album. So then we start with your number 2, Jerry.
Number 2 is one of their heavier songs, in my opinion, from Echo, Silence, Patient, and Grace, The Pretender.
Nice.
When I first heard that song, I was fucking blown away by how fucking hard that song was, man. Just proves that this band can play any type, any speed, man, and sound good. Mm-hmm. That's my number 2. Great song, The Pretender.
What's your number 2, Al?
My number 2, I'm going to go to the Wasting Light album and White Limo. I'm going to keep the tempo up.
That's a good
and
one.
That's a pretty hard, almost like a hardcore punkish, yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
And Lemmy's in the video, man. So I mean, it's really cool. The video's cool, and yeah, man, I love White Limo. I love the Wasting Light album. That album kind of brought me back to Foo Fighters. I was kind of, like I was just hearing like their singles on the radio in the middle period, and I liked them and stuff, but it wasn't like kind of made me want to go out and buy the albums right away, But Wasting Light, man, I heard this one, and I was like, wow, it's really good, man. I like the way they're sounding again, So I went out, but White Limo was, man, that's a high energy track. I want to keep the album going high energy for a little while. So the second one will be White Limo from Wasting Light.
Andy, what's your track 2?
My track 2, I'm coming. The Color and the Shape, Monkey Wrench. Another great track. I know that it was a single, and the single was awesome. I remember listening to it on the radio, just jamming out to it, especially at the ending when he's just screaming out the lyrics that ended. Monkey Wrench, man. My album's almost very high energy.
Yeah, so is mine, and I'm going back to the Wasting Light album, but I'm gonna pick Rope. I love fucking Rope, man. That's a fucking
great song.
Another fucking rocking song, and fucking Wasting Light, dude. It's like, the album with what the fuck, that Learning to Fly. That album was pretty mellow compared to when they started. They took this Wasting Light album and said, we want to record it on 3-inch tape. We want to do an analog album. We want it to sound, and I think they've recorded on tape ever since. This album, Wasting Light. So it's a fucking good rocker, and I like how they went.
And I think basics. And I think the tape that they recorded on it, didn't they cut it up and include a little piece of the tape with the CDs? If you bought the early pressing of the CDs,
I think I probably
came with a little piece of the tape, the actual master tape.
I think I have that. Yeah, that's cool.
I think that if you bought like the first, when it first came out,
I got it when it came out. I got the.
So
now I got to check out my CD.
So it might be in there.
I think I did get that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So Wasting Light.
Yeah.
So
wanted to go. Yeah, it's a great album.
Then my track. Then we go to your track 3, Jerry.
My next few are actually going to be from the Color and the Shape album. But There Goes My Hero. What a fucking great tune that is, man. That's possibly probably my favorite song by them. I love the guitar riff in it. Just a fucking kick-ass tune, man. I mean, that is my favorite Foo Fighters album. I think it's got from I think there's 9 songs on it, if I remember right. And 1 through 9, it's pretty solid. But yeah, that's my number 3, My Hero. Love that song.
And then we get to your number 3, Al.
I'm going to the Color and the Shape album as well. Song, it's a deep track on this one, actually. It's called Wind Up.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's like the 5th song on there. Yeah, dude. When that kicks in, man, I just like, holy crap, man. That was at an Alpine system in my car with
Ooh.
2 12-inch woofers and stuff like that. Man, I mean, when I used to crank this, that sounded great too. It was like really like good sounding album, good, well produced, you know, and the bass, like the drums kicked on that song, man. And I love that song, Wind Up, from Color and the Shape. That's my third.
What's your number 3, Andy?
My number 3 is going to come off of There's Nothing Left to Lose. Give Me Stitches.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dude, that riff
Yeah.
on there that goes throughout, and the drums are fantastic. And you know, again, you know, that's one thing about Dave Grohl. He always puts out a really good vocal performance on every Foo Fighter track. You know, so yeah, Give Me Stitches. It's now or never. Badass song.
And then I went to There's Nothing Left to Lose album, and I remember seeing this video with I think it was from the Me, Myself, and Irene movie, Breakout, where they're at a freaking drive-in. He's just like, I want to break out. He's screaming Breakout. And it's like,
yeah,
fuck, this guy could scream. I was like, yeah, this song fucking rules. I think that's Stitches is a good song too, but
yeah,
but when you hear Learning to Fly, it's like, you go, this is pretty damn fucking weak. That song did not. I like it now, but back then I was like, but when I heard Breakout, I wanted the album. I was like, yeah, I want this album. They are rocking on that. So that's my number 3. And then we get to your number 4, Jerry.
Number 4 is another one off the Color and the Shape, another one of their hits, Monkey Wrench, man.
All right.
Yep.
Another great hard rocking tune, man. Fucking killer guitar work. It's a powerful song, man. Love it.
Yep.
Didn't you pick that one already, Andy?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, Andy picked it.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a clean sweep. We never know on that one. But did we get to your
just
number?
that last towards the end of that song? Sorry, man. When he starts singing that real fast, you know, from a low breath all the way to high, you know how it ends.
Yeah.
Just fucking incredible vocal performance on that song. Fucking great. Sorry, Mark. Go ahead, man.
Oh, it's okay. I was going to ask Al's number 4.
Number 4, I'm actually going to go to one of the new songs that was on their Greatest Hits album. Is Wheels. I'm gonna slow things down a little bit. I kind of, the song kind of reminds me a little bit. It's like a Tom Petty-ish almost kind of song. It reminds me a little bit Tom Petty on that track. I love that track. I thought it was a great nice new track on the Greatest Hits album. So Wheels will be my number 4.
So what's your number 4, Andy?
My number 4 is actually off of I got right here this 1 by 1 album. It's a 10-inch double. So I went with Low. That's a really good track.
Yeah.
It's
which one?
Side 2. Low. L-O-W.
Oh, okay.
Low. It's off of 1 by 1. I remember when I bought this, I thought that was just okay, but then I jammed it this past weekend, and man, it was really good. But Low is what stuck out to me on that album this last time around.
Yeah, and then I get to my number 4 from The Color and the Shape. Like in one of the craziest videos you ever seen, and fuck the acoustic version. I like the fucking plugged in version, Everlong. They can love that fucking song. I love the kicking with the hands go just like bitch slapping people. And they're going up like this, like they're whoop. Fucking freaky ass video, man. Great visuals in that video. They always make some cool videos. So Everlong is my number 4. So Jerry, is this ending your album, or you have 5 on one side and 6 on?
I went with you.
Okay,
I
so
can deal
5.
either way. Something with you.
Okay, so go ahead and go with 5.
I agree with you, Everlong, man, and I do like the acoustic version of that song as well.
K-Rock acoustic Christmas, my ass. That's in here in Pasadena. You know that, right?
But yeah, I mean, it's a fun riff to play on guitar if you're a guitar player too, man. So, that's my number 5. Great tune, man.
What's your number 5, Al?
Sorry, man. Yeah, number 5 is I'm gonna go to There's Nothing Left to Lose album. I'm gonna go with Learn to Fly. I think it's a great single. like I said, man, they released a lot of great singles. I thought they've always released like good choices for singles and stuff. You know, some bands you think, why did they release that as a single? I always thought they released great singles. So, and that's a great one. It's a staple in their live set. But I think it's a really great song. So, you know, it's a little more mellow, or not mellow, but it's like an anthem almost. You know what I mean? So Learn to Fly is my number 5.
That video was cool with Tenacious D in it too.
Yeah.
With the cocaine.
Dude flying outside the window.
They're learning to fly, right? Andy, what's your number 5?
Yeah, my number 5 is going to come off of Wasting Light. These days.
Oh, that's a great
I
song.
love that song. It's a badass song. You know, it starts off slow and it's such a good song. You know.
Great song.
You know, we never know when your heart is going to play its last beat. Love that line. You know?
Yeah,
so
it's a great one, man.
Days,
Probably, did they play that in honor of Taylor? They should have.
I'm sure they played that at the concert. I don't know. Yeah, it's a great,
I thought they did
song,
times like these. They dedicated.
Oh, times like these, yeah. These days would have been a good one too.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah,
great song.
Yeah.
So then I get to my number 5 from Echo, Silence, and Patience. The Pretender. I want to end it fucking rocking like I started with DOA. I just want to fucking just like.
Yeah, I think that's their most heaviest song in my opinion that I've heard.
Yeah. Did anybody else pick? I think somebody other.
I did already.
You picked it, yeah. It's a fucking great video too. So then me and Jerry are done with our side 1. So Jerry, start your side 2.
I'm gonna go with Al just picked it. Learn to Fly, man. What a fucking great tune. You know what? They're not really. You know, when you hear of great riffs, you don't really hear much about the Foo Fighters and the riff, but they got some fucking kick-ass guitar riffs, man.
Mm-hmm.
The Pretender, My Hero is a great riff, and this song's no exception, man. It's got a great riff, man. I love it. That's my number 1.
What's your number 6?
1, side 2, sorry.
What's your number 6 ending side 1, Al?
I'm gonna go to the last album, Medicine at Midnight, Waiting on a War. I love this song. I think lyrically it's such a great song, man.
It is.
I don't know, man. It's just when I hear that song, kind of, I don't know, it stirs up an emotion in me, man. Just really, I love his vocals on it too. And I thought this last album was a pretty great album, except for Shame. I didn't like Shame. I didn't like that song. But Waiting on a War, great song, man. So that ends my side 2. Side 1.
What ends your side 1, Andy?
Yeah, that Waiting on a War by Foo Fighters is fantastic. I love that song. But I'm going to end my side 1 on the way that Nothing to Lose ends with MIA. That's a great track. It's pretty heavy, and it ends my side 1 MIA.
That is a good ending for side 1. Then I flip it over to side 2, and I'm going to my favorite album by Foo Fighters, Sonic Highways. It's one of the best.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, this is my favorite, dude. It has everything on here, dude. I just like how they went into each studio for each song in each city.
I have the DVD, and the documentary is great, man. Like the way they go into every city and then get somebody from a band that was from that city. And, that's great.
Yeah, like paying homage to the music of that city. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I picked Something for Nothing, man. I just like. I don't know if you guys you've heard Something for Nothing, haven't you, Jerry? Have you heard that song? Because fuck it, what does he say on here? It says, "I'm something for nothing. You are my fuse. I'm something for nothing. You're my." And he just screams, dude.
And it's got Rick Nielsen on it.
Yeah, Rick Nielsen's on there from Cheap Trick. They did this one in Chicago.
Yeah,
Illinois.
Yeah, they did this one in Chicago. It's a fucking great song. It's like he's just screaming his ass off on this song. It's a fucking great song, man. Something for Nothing off Sonic Highways. So that was my track 1 on side 2. So your track 2 on side 2, Jerry.
Yep. I got another confession to make.
Mm.
I'm your fool. That's probably one of their most fucking powerful emotional tunes, in my opinion. Love that song so much, man. That's probably my second favorite Foo Fighters song. It's fucking another great tune.
Starting
Man.
again.
What's that?
I'm tired of starting again. Somewhere new. I love that line, dude. That's such a great song.
Such a fucking great vocal by Dave on that song.
Yeah.
Powerful shit.
So, what's your number one on side 2, Al?
Yeah, I'm opening up side 2, going back to the debut. I'm gonna open up with "I'll Stick Around," which was the second song on the debut album. I just love the that's a great riff, and just great high energy song too. And I think that's a great way to open up side 2 is with that one. So I'm gonna go with the debut. I'll Stick Around.
So, what's your track 1 on side 2, Andy?
Yeah, my track 1 on side 2. I'm gonna start it off with a deep track off their first album. Sounds pretty thrashy. Weenie Beanie.
Yeah.
That's a badass song, dude. It sounds kind of a thrash song. The drums and the guitars just are insane on that song. And that's what I like about the first album. It's pretty heavy, dude, and fast. You know, you can tell that he did all himself, and kudos to him. But yeah, I'm going to start off with Weenie Beanie.
All right, and then I get to my track 2 on side 2. I'm going back to Sonic Highways here. The great Joe Walsh, which they did in the desert where those desert bands did their music. Like, what's that band that Dave Grohl played? Caius. Yeah, Caius.
Yeah.
Outside Sonic Highways, that slide that Joe Walsh does on that solo, it's just so fucking amazing. It's like you see it in the video, dude. You just see him. He just looks like a cool motherfucker playing in the desert with the Foo Fighters, dude.
Joe's the man.
Joe is the fucking man. We need to do a Joe Walsh episode. Fucking one.
He's like the Ace Frehley of like the Eagles.
Yeah. Fucking.
It's so funny that you bring him up, because I was thinking this morning about one of his album titles. You bought it, you name it. Which is a pretty good album, man. I love The Confessor. God, The Confessor is so good.
I played that song several times on that Metal Station .com.
Yeah.
But
and also he's a great guitar hero, but a lot of his songs are melancholy, well written, up tempo ballads, man. And they're fucking good.
Like in
all right, that's enough Joe Walsh, I guess.
Like in the album with Life's Been Good on so far, that's a perfect fucking album right there.
Oh, dude, that's perfect. Yes,
it's a fucking perfect album right there. He's Underwater. What's the name of that album? He's like this. God dang it. I love that fucking album. And the Eagles,
I got it right here.
The Eagles, Glenn Frey and Don Henley played on it. Yeah, but seriously,
yeah, that's folks, right? But seriously,
folks, yeah. Yeah, I saw the cover and I go, but seriously, folks, it's came right away.
Yeah, and
the station is on there.
And the part about that, In the City was supposed to be on here, but the Eagles didn't have any more songs, so they talked him into giving it to them, and they put on The Long Run. Imagine if In the City was on here.
Oh God,
walk, dude.
Oh God, fucking great fucking album. But
yeah,
Jerry. So what's your number 3 side 2?
Another great powerful Dave Grohl vocal. Times Like These, man.
Great song.
How he screams out that last version. It's times like these. I mean, just I love how he sings that part at the end, dude. And it's repetitive lyrics, but it doesn't get old, man. That's basically the whole song, just about, especially at the end. But it's great. It's great lyrics. Those 4 lines in that fucking chorus are awesome. So another great fucking tune.
And then you're right, they're repeated over and over, but it's so damn good. It has so much meaning.
Especially when he gets into that, when he's screaming that, it's times like these. I mean, it's just fucking incredible.
Again, he puts his emotions into his vocals, and it's great.
Nobody sounds like him.
No.
That's true,
it's Dave Grohl when he's singing. You know it. Then we get to your number, I think, 2 on side 2, Al?
Yeah, I'm going Back to the Color and the Shape. They got to go on My Hero.
Another great song.
I think it's a great song, man. Again, it's a big single for them, but I think great song's a great song, man. I love the video to that. It's pretty cool. It's just another one of those anthemic, songs of his, and it's like a very uplifting song. So yeah, that's always when you're feeling down, you hear that one, kind of brings you up, man. So My Hero will be my number 2, second one on side 2.
So your second one on side 2, Andy.
Yeah, my second one on side 2. I am with you, Mark. I do not like the acoustic version of Everlong. I love the plugged-in version.
Yes.
It is so it's got a anthemic feel to it.
It's got a groove
that can't be replicated. It's got the groove. It's got the groove. It's got so much feel that's kind of stripped from it when they do it acoustic.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Everlong, the original version off of The Color and the Shape. I remember the first time I heard that. That was my favorite song by Foo Fighters for a long time.
Me too.
Until I'll talk about it later. The one that kind of replaced it, but still, man, Everlong, when it comes on the radio, I crank it up.
Yeah. So I think I go to an EP, the title track of Saint Cecilia. I like that album. I like that song. Fucking great fucking EP. Check it out. Better than the DGs. Fuck the BGs and the DGs. But then Jerry, we get to your number 4.
Al mentioned this one earlier, and I'm surprised that somebody else picked it. It's a really good tune, man. Wheels. It's a great little mid-tempo rocker, man, and on the Greatest Hits album, man. And he's right; it does have a little petty feel to it. Great tune, man.
Nice. I got to be honest; I never heard it, so now I need to go listen to it.
When the wheels come down.
I never bought the Greatest Hits album, so.
I never really paid attention to it.
Either did I. So
it got airplay. It got airplay too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I never heard it until I got the album. Yeah, I never heard it until I got the album.
I'm gonna check that out.
So what's your number 3 side 2, Al?
I'm going back to the debut, and this is kind of a deeper cut on the album. It's Alone and Easy Target. This was actually written back in the Nirvana days. In like 91, he wrote this. He actually let Kurt Cobain hear it, and supposedly Kurt Cobain says, "Oh, it's a great song. I finally don't have to be the only songwriter in the band." And then I think Dave was like, no, we're doing just fine with your songs, But I think, Kurt kind of realized the potential he probably had. I think eventually, if Nirvana, if he didn't die or whatever, and Nirvana had kept going, I think Dave would have probably started getting some songs on the albums. He did have a B-side called Marigold. I remember in the Nirvana days. But who knows, man? Who knows what would have happened if Kurt didn't kill himself? He probably would have. The band would have probably broke up anyway. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, but this song dates back to the Nirvana days. So it's Alone and Easy Target off the debut.
Didn't Kurt bitch about them guys not writing? He was bitching that it was only him writing or something like that. I remember hearing an interview about that.
Kurt was the one I wrote this, wrote all the songs.
Yeah, I'm just saying he was bitching that the other two didn't write any. I remember hearing an interview a long time ago about that. So
I guess Dave, attempted to write a couple of songs, but I think he was always afraid to like bring him to Kurt because he was I think
he wasn't confident. He said
he wasn't confident. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's your track 3 on side 2, Al?
Yes. Alone and Easy Target off the debut.
So Al, you're Andy, you're number 3.
Yeah, right after Everlong, my number 3 is my favorite album, is my favorite song right now by them, Best of You.
It's a great song.
Jerry talked about it. We've already sung it a little bit. So yeah, Best of You.
Sorry for
great
singing,
track,
guys.
man. It's so much emotion in that, man. I'm getting tired of starting again. Somewhere new, I want to find peace in one place, Great song.
And then I get to my number 4 on side 2, which I'm going to their B-sides album. And I think I've heard covers of Prince's songs before, but fuck, they do a killer version of Darling Nikki. They knock it out of the fucking park. He's got that scream. Wow, wow. I was like, fuck yeah, Dave. Fucking Prince reincarnated on this song. I fucking love the version of Darling Nikki on the B-Sides album. So that's my number 4 on side 2. So Jerry, we get your number 5 on side 2.
This is for Andy. All my life I've been searching for something. Okay,
So you picked Darling Nikki?
Yes.
Wait, hold on, Mark. What did Mark pick?
Darling Nikki.
You picked Darling Nikki?
Yeah. Darling Nikki.
Yeah, I didn't include any covers, but if I was going to include one, that would definitely be there because that's a great version, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jerry.
Anyway, as I was singing all my life from One by One, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Another great fucking tune, man. I think that kicks off the Greatest Hits album too, I think, if I remember right.
Oh my life, I've been waiting for something.
Yeah, fucking great tune, man.
Oh yeah, man, it's great.
On to the next one. Dude is screaming. It's just so amazing. It's like
it is.
God dang.
Oh yeah, dude, the screaming is fantastic. It's a great scream that he keeps under control.
Yes.
That you can understand every word.
Yep. So we get to your number 4, Al.
I'm going to the One by One album. I got to go with Times Like These. It's a great song. I mean, lyrically, it's just like very kind of it's uplifting. I thought it took on a lot of meaning, even though it wasn't released right after 9/11, but like in the aftermath of 9/11, when we went to war and all that stuff, I thought that song had a lot of meaning to it, you know. And even now, like in these times, it kind of stays relevant. When you listen to the lyrics, it stays relevant, you know, like, and it kind of, to me, it's like an uplifting song, gives you hope, you know. So I love that song, man. I'll make it the second to last song on my side too. So Times Like These from One by One.
Andy, what's your number 4?
Yeah, my second to last on side 2. It's going to come off the debut album, Alone plus Easy Target. I think it's awesome, dude. It's kind of a longer song that they really do stretch out, and it never slows down. You know, so that's what that's what stuck out to me. So Alone, Easy Target is my number.
I thought I was going to be the only one picking that one.
I think Al picked that one.
Yeah. Well, then I think a lot of you guys picked Monkey Wrench already, right? That's my track 5.
I was the only one that didn't pick it.
You didn't pick it yet? Well,
no.
Spoiler alert, you didn't pick it.
Maybe.
All right. Well,
you're right. I didn't pick it. It's spoiler alert. I love the song though, but it just, you know, I don't know. You go ahead, man.
All right. Well, it's another rocker. I want to make a full blast rocking album. So Jerry, what's your number 6 ending side 2?
I'm going to end it with a song. I think the bass player wrote this one on his own. I think
Nate Mendel.
Nate Mendel, yeah, that's his name. Long Road to Ruin.
That's
fucking great tune, man. The fucking lyrics in that song are amazing, man. I can't think of any other Foo Fighters song to end an album than this one, man. It's a great ender, in my opinion. Off of, help me out with the album. I can't remember.
Wasting Light.
Long Road to Ruin?
I think it's Wasting Light, isn't it?
No, it was before
Echoes,
that.
Ain't it? Echoes.
Oh, Echoes, yeah. Echoes.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I can't think of another song to end it with in that one. So
shit, Alexandria was a good song off this album too. Shit. But
that's my album.
That's your album. And then we get to Al completing your album with your track number 5.
I'm gonna end it with From the Color and the Shape. I gotta end it with Everlong, man. I mean, I think that album, I think that song pretty much ends all their concerts still. I think that's their last, their encore song. I couldn't think of a better song to end the album. But to me, that's like, it's almost like kind of like their epic song, you know, and I just love the mood of the song, you know. It goes, the way it sounds, and I love the I love the video where he's like dreaming, and you know it's with Taylor in there, and they're just his girls.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's funny as
That
funny,
fucking
but
hand
kinda
that grows.
cool, like
Yeah.
That
yeah, the
hand. The hand. It's like
I know. But
Bitch slap.
Everlong, man, I think Everlong's a great way to end my album. It's and they end their shows with that song, so I gotta. And I love that song, man.
Well, I said bitch slap, so take no offense, you bitches out there. It was no offensive. No offense to call it a bitch. You bitches out there, no, we love bitches. All right, Andy, what's your last song?
I am gonna end my album off of Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace. Erase, Replace.
Oh, that's a good one
Is
too.
the way I'm going to end this. This, I think it's they really don't have that many long epics, but Erase, Replace is the closest I can find.
You went deep
in the album, so
That's
Erase,
deep,
Replace.
You went deep
Off of that
That's a good
album, and it's an
Yeah,
album that I really do need to pay more attention to.
I need to deep dive into the Foo Fighters.
Yeah,
I admit I'm a greatest hits type of guy with them, but
dude, their albums are all good, dude.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a bad album.
It's like put on any Foo Fighters and hear the whole thing and enjoy it.
It's like Tesla.
Like this one, I've only heard. I heard this one like one time.
That's a good album.
Yep.
And I'm kind of bummed I didn't. I mean, there's a couple albums I didn't pick anything off of. Concrete and Gold, I didn't pick one. I didn't pick any from Sonic Highways, but there's just so many great songs, and I tend to favor a few albums over the others. But I mean, you can go to any album.
Sonic Highways, though.
Yeah.
None of you guys picked anything off Sonic Highways.
I love the DVD of that, man. The Sonic Highways DVD I have,
None of you guys picked anything off Sonic Highways.
No, I didn't.
None of you guys did. I'm just thinking that. So maybe I did go deep. Fuck off. I went deep.
And in fact, I'm probably going to hear it later on tonight while I'm watching a baseball and putting it on mute and hearing Sonic Highways.
Yeah, you need to watch the documentary first.
Oh no, I've seen the documentary.
Yeah, but
I got the CD and I haven't heard it in a while.
The album is just like so raw. It's like so raw and there, and it's like they made songs in each city. It's like, who does that? Fucking Dave Grohl, dude. But I'm gonna end my album, and I think all of you guys, some of you guys picked this, All My Life from the One by One album. It's just I wanted to end it fucking rocking. So I'll just tell you my 2 bonus tracks real quick. Run from Concrete and Gold and Subterranean from Sonic Highways, man. I love that song. It's kind of a melancholy song. It's fucking pretty cool. I think,
dude, I really have to hear Sonic Highways tonight now that you're talking so much about it.
Oh my god. Let me see. No, I Am a River ends the album, but I Am a River is a fucking In the Clear, Something for Nothing. Feast and Famine is good. I could have picked that song, The Feast and the Famine. Yeah. Congregation is like fucking, they wrote that in an old church. It's like, dude, this fucking album rules.
That's a good one. I think I bought the CD the day it came out.
So did I. I got this one too. I need to check my CD. I think I did have that film, that tape in there. I was going, what the fuck is this? But now I think I know what it is. But you have any bonus tracks, Jerry?
No, I didn't know we were doing any, so I didn't do any. So
okay, Al.
From Concrete and Gold, I'm gonna go with Run, which is the second song in there.
Yeah,
I think it's a great one. Echo, Sounds, Patience, and Grace. I'm gonna go with The Pretender. It's a great. That's a great opening to the album, and that's pretty much it. Congregation. I didn't really pick that many bonus tracks.
Okay. Andy, you have any bonus tracks?
Yeah, I got 4. I went with Halo as one of them. Great track. I love Halo. Halo and Rope. I think Mark had mentioned Rope.
Yeah.
And I'm also off of Color and the Shape, My Poor Brain.
That's a good one.
That's a great one too.
I wanted to put My Poor Brain in there, and it was in there, but I took it out because I thought my list was really, really good. So I had to move it out. But My Poor Brain.
Nice. Hey, Jerry, Jerry, you should keep your head up while you're recording.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not giving you 100% tonight. I'm sorry. I got like some issues I'm trying to take care of at the same time.
I want to mention the song "Love Dies Young" too, off of Medicine at Midnight, the last song. I think that's a really good one. And "Making a Fire" is a great one too, off of that album.
Yeah. Jerry, I'm just giving you shit.
No, I'm sorry. I should be paying attention, man. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I wanted to say you two have a great time in Nashville for Rockin' Pod.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I was there with y'all, man, because I would like to hang out with y'all.
I know.
And if you guys are going, if any of you guys, whoever out here in internet land is going to Rockin' Pod, please go up to Chris Sinzak and say, Chris Sinzak, we appreciate you. Thank you for all the stress.
Yeah.
And
he works hard.
Yeah, he's had a rough time doing this.
So thank you, Chris Sinzak. I can't wait. Well, I've already met you, Chris. I can't wait. Like I told Jerry and Charles, the guy I'm looking forward to meeting is fucking Nate. Nate is my brother. I talked to him on the phone. None of you guys call me.
I don't have your number because you wouldn't give it to me.
I don't have your number.
You never asked. I'll give you guys my number. I didn't think you guys wanted my number. I'm pretty shy, but Nate just said, "Give me your number, bitch." One day, so I gave my number. So
that's how he does it.
Nate is blunter than I am, seriously. But that's why I need to walk in, fucking doing. There's one way to rock. Don't piss on my Bluetooth, bitches.
Christ, man.
But Jerry, since
Jerry's gonna walk behind
with that, brother.
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna walk away from.
Dude, they ain't gonna piss on it. But Jerry,
what?
Promote, man, because Charles is in here to promote shit.
Yeah, man. We're at $2.99 on YouTube subscriptions, man. And another shout out to our boy Scribble, man. He's been getting us some subscribers, man. Appreciate it. We're at $2.99. Come on, we can hit 300. We can do it, folks.
What is Scribble's podcast again? S&M with come on, we got to get this because sorry, Scribble, I suck. I should have had this written down. I'm old, Scribble. I'm 52 years old, so don't blame me. But I have subscribed to you. I'll find you in a second. Because you need to get that fucker. S&M Underground Podcast, Scribble.
We're getting people on our page, man. We just need to get them to subscribe to our YouTube.
Yeah, people are posting. Everybody, you said Mark Dolly. We know you're posting, but we need everybody else to start posting. I'm just joking. We got Bellows on there. We got Vanover. We got Tim Wisniak on the Freeform Rock podcast, even though Ralph hates him now. But he's a cool dude. You know, he's a little tough sometimes. But Al, pimp your shit.
I didn't end up going to the Jerry Cantrell show Saturday. I had kind of a family thing that happened, so I gave my ticket to a friend of mine. But my friend said they played basically the same show that when I saw him in New York City a couple months ago, so not really that big of a deal. As far as anything, I'm going to see Steel Panther on Saturday.
Nice.
So I like that band Crowbot that's opening up for them. They're great.
I love Crowbot. Yeah. I have all their albums.
Yeah. So I'm going to check them out Saturday. And that's really it, man. I mean, me and Andy will try to hold down the fort for you guys, while you're away.
Well,
you guys listen, you guys have a safe trip, have a great time, man. And tell the guys, everybody, Chris and Aaron, all them guys, and say what's up if you remember. And sure. I'll be looking out for some video footage of you guys, and I'm sure you'll be snorting some shit up there.
Well, I told Chris I would. He said that Ron Keel might like that because I am going to Keel Fest too. Ron Keel might dig me snorting on stage, so I don't know. We shall see. Because the wives are not going to be at Keel Fest too.
I'm sure I'll see footage of all that shit. So.
Oh God, yeah.
But you guys have a great time. And again, thank you for having me on, man. I'm always very humbled that you guys always ask me to come on. I really appreciate you guys, man.
Well, you're the real Wikipedia.
Seriously, man.
You know a lot of info. I know a lot of info.
I'm like a nerd with that. Like I'm a nerd with. I'm a nerd with that facts type shit. I don't know, man. It's always been my thing.
Well, so is
I love
Andy. That's why he's on here too. You know, we bounce off each other, and it's pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
Andy, you got something coming up on Blackspinner, right?
Yeah, this Wednesday I got an interview with Scribble. I was just talking to him a little bit before he got on his podcast, and I sent him all my questions so that he can be ready. So we're ready to go for Wednesday, and then I want to talk to Al. If Al wanted to do something on Thursday, we could work up a topic on that, on something. And also,
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm down.
yeah, and then also next Wednesday, we're going to be doing the top 10 plus 5 albums of 1973.
Ooh,
Is what I'm.
Yeah,
is what
I'll
I'm
be
gonna
joining. I'll be joining with you on that one if it's cool.
I might
50
join.
years
I
ago.
might join you on that one, man, because I'm coming home Tuesday night. So
The best Floyd
So
album
that'll be
ever
next
made
Wednesday.
was there.
yeah,
73 was a great year, man.
That was
Yeah.
Dark
Yeah.
Side, right? 73. That was Dark Side, right?
72.
Dark Side,
Oh,
yeah.
it was, yeah. What I gotta tell you guys, man, we get a lot of views, man. We get like 80 to 100 on this. Well, it's not a lot of view compared to other people's channels, but when you view it, can you hit the like? Hit the thumbs up.
Oh
Give us
yeah.
some thumbs. Give us some thumbs up, people. We need the thumbs up. I know Charles.
We need the
was bitching about-
algorithms, man.
We need those algorithms going, man, because we do
I
this
didn't
for
know
free.
that I was allowed to do that because I thought that I'd be cheating by voting for myself.
No, I put a thumbs up every time. I put the first
I put a
thumbs
thumb.
up.
I put a thumbs up when I go on your videos.
Yeah,
Even
I
if I'm
just say,
on them
okay.
or whatever, I don't care.
put a thumbs up, and if you like the show, share it and subscribe. You know, we're like Jerry said, we're almost at 300, man. That's fucking cool. We went down to 290 and we just jumped back up. Thank you, Scribble, S&M Underground Podcast. Check them out, and Scribble will be on
Like
here
Howard-
again.
Like Howard Stern would say, I give it 2 thumbs in.
Jerry, you got anything to say ending the show?
Nah, man, I'm cool, man. Like I said, it's always great having you two on. I learn more shit every time you guys are on, and I appreciate you. Looking forward to seeing my brother Mark Thursday, man. It'll be a fun time. Wish you two could be there, man.
Yeah, I wish I
Yeah.
could, man. Just
I wish
not in
I
the
could
cards
too.
for me this time.
Maybe
Hopefully Chris will do it again next year.
Well, you never count on next year. This
I
might
know.
be the last year. He says that every
Yeah.
time. But
Yeah.
man, let's get the fuck out of here. And thank you guys, man. Foo Fighters rule. Wait, check out the Freeform Rock podcast with Jerry and Charles. We've been doing a lot of episodes together lately. So you get all 3 of us plus some surprises coming. So check that up, subscribe, give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and follow us on Podbean. Later, guys.